So what's happened is this, that our calculation, like, there's based on like different rule books, there's gonna like be different operations. So for maybe say the previous one, it was to do with mana cost, and in the mana cost, what do we want? We want the minimum of the mana cost. And for this question, there's very much to talk with like the max like houses that's actually required. So like the common theme between Z and Y is E. Operation E is like saying that okay, both have like a sort of like a way to actually identify to actually reach their goal. Like each of them have their own sort of like identifier. For this case, they want like the least amount of like mana cost, and for this one, it's like the max number of like houses it actually required. So if you were to actually look at this, it's exactly what the LeetCode question is asking. The LeetCode question is asking for the rock, and they want the maximum number of it. And the next thing that I want to talk about is that they have to actually brute force the way to get it. So operation F is saying that they have to actually use their intuition to actually solve the identifier. That's what they're doing. Like fundamentally, is like you got to ask in your head, like, does this make sense or not? So for this case, they have to actually find the maximum number of like arrays in a very brute force style from from 0 to n based on the logic of like the rule book specify. For this case is that if you pick 0, you cannot pick the adjacent. That's the rule book. So you can either pick 2 or 3. So that's your only option, because you can't access to this here. So the brute force is gonna be based on like the rule book, right? And similarly for here is that they can choose to start from here, and then I don't know what this end mean, but I just believe that the rulebook is going to specify for this one. So I'm just curious, like, how does this piece fit into like the broader understanding of like the whole grand scheme of like the concept of like dynamic programming? That's what I'm really curious about, and I really want to find out. So yeah, with that, everything comes to an end.